We may be in the summer, but before we know it, it's gonna be January 2025, and what have we done with our lives? You're gonna be able to reflect back on the last 6 months in January and think about this very moment of this turning point, whether you could have done something or you just kept doing the same things and getting the same results. And so I want to preface this, that 6 months is a lot of time to change. 6 months is also a short amount of time to really think, what could possibly happen? What could I possibly implement? What can I possibly change to receive the things that I've always wanted to have? And so it's such a turning point for all of us. I started this journey back in January. My YouTube journey started back in January. It didn't start with this channel specifically, but I started this journey of being committed to my YouTube channel, being committed to the fact that I truly really want to become a YouTube content creator and just have the life of what an influencer does have, because it's just been a dream of mine to have my own business, to have like this life where I'm able to work from home and I'm able to be home with my kids and have my own schedule, which I kind of have a little bit right now with my career, but with the aspect of there's no cap on how much I can make in an hour, no cap on how much I can make in a day, and it's not on someone else's terms, it's on my terms and how hard I could work and how hard I could negotiate my price. Like there's so much that goes into it, but point is that there's an ability to change. And so when I started my journey back in January, a lot of things had to change within my own mindset, and a lot of things had to change within my own habits. And so I've gotten to this point where I'm at today, where I am so close to becoming monetized. I'm working on my program that I want to share with you guys eventually, and hopefully, and just start making money off of YouTube and just live that life that I've always wanted. So I'm getting closer and closer and closer to there, and these skills that I've built up, I'm just like, oh my god, how have I not taught myself this before? So I want to teach you guys the things that you need to change. If you are searching for a different life than the one that you're currently living, if you're searching for wanting that future vision that you have for yourself and how badly you want it, I want to give you guys the skills and the thought process and the things that you need to change in order to start that process, so that by January 2025 you can look back and you can thank yourself for starting today. So if you guys are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Joel De Silva. Also, please go join the free Facebook group. It's called the Committed Collective. It is an accountability group where I post almost every single day all things goals and keeping you guys motivated, and we talk all things about struggling and what our achievements were and our accomplishments and what we're going to be working on for the week. So it's a great community. You guys have been really incredible over there. For those of you who have joined, like I said, it's free for anybody. The link will be in the description. Again, it's an accountability group. So if you have a hard time with keeping yourself in check and keeping yourself accountable, and you just want to share your accomplishments, then this group is perfect for you, because we are a group who will stand up for each other, who will motivate each other, who will show each other that like, you got this and you can do this, and just keeping ourselves just like our vision on the prize. Please go join the Facebook group. It's free again for anyone to join. And also please check out my first workbook called the Committed Collective Workbook. It's over on my website, joeldesilva.com, where it is a goal setting guide all about setting goals and creating systems and having milestones for yourself so that you can keep yourself accountable and keep yourselves committed to your goals. And then also please stay tuned, because I will be launching my new program, my new course, very, very soon, hopefully by end of fall, beginning of winter, and it'll be perfect time for the new year. So it's a 7-day online course teaching you all things about goals and how to actually achieve them, because we will achieve them. And I'm so close to achieving mine, so I want to teach you guys how to achieve yours. So anyways, let's get on with the video. So let's finish off the year strong, right? So the first thing to finish off the year strong, the first thing that you need to start today is you need to fix your vision, then proceed, aka the champion's mindset. So let me explain. We need to fix what we're working towards. We need to fix the blurry vision that you have of your future, because we have a grand vision for ourselves within like the next 10 years, the rest of our lives, right? We have this huge grand vision. However, when we need to do is we need to break our goal down to a watered down version of what a 6-month goal will look like, of that big huge goal. Let's say your big huge goal is that you want to have a home and it's going to be a 4-bedroom house and it's going to have a big backyard and a big front yard. That's great and dandy, right? You can have that great big old vision. But what we need to do is we need to have a watered down version for the next 6 months, how we can move ourselves closer to that big old goal, because that goal is far, far away. And if you're somebody who cannot for the life of you commit to something, then that big huge goal is just going to end up being a failure because you can't commit to the small ones, right? So what is the small 6-month version of having that big huge home, right? It could be that you can learn how to budget your money. It could be that you want to pay off your debt. It could be that you want to have an emergency fund. Pick one goal that will help you assist to getting that bigger goal. So a watered down version, like for example, for myself, my big old goal is to have a business, a multi-million-dollar business where I have employees and I get to make my own schedule, and I wake up at my house and I don't have to go anywhere. I could just work on my laptop, or I could work anywhere around the world. That is my big old goal. However, that cannot happen in 6 months. So my watered down version of my big goal is becoming monetized. As of right now, my big goal, my watered down version is becoming monetized on YouTube. I'm working towards becoming monetized in the next 6 months. That's going to help me achieve the biggest goal that I have. To fix the vision of what's the smaller version that could help us get to where we want to be. Because again, if you're not somebody who can be committed, who can be disciplined, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard to overachieve when you've never achieved anything before, if you've never committed to achieving before. So my small step that I take on a daily basis to achieve the watered down, the 6-month version of my big goal is I just upload every other day. That's all I do. And that is my one actionable step that's allowing me to get closer to my goal of becoming monetized. So we just break each and every single goal down. But we will talk about planning towards the end of this video. However, I want to stick with fixing the vision. So fixing the vision. Figure out what is the big, huge 10-year goal that you have, and like elaborate. Make it huge if you want to. You could say, I want to have 10 kids and 20 kittens, and I want to make a nonprofit, and I want to have the car of my dreams. Awesome, great. You have a great big goal. Now break it down. What is the 6-month version of that? What is going to help you assist that? If you want to have a nonprofit, where can you start today that's going to help you achieve that nonprofit in 10 years, right? Because that's what we've got to do. We got to break up our years in 6 months. We got to break up our years in 3 months. This is why people work in quarters, right? There's quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. We're entering quarter 3 right now. September is starting quarter 4. So we make it a small chunkable. We make it bite-sized. Our goals are bite-sized, and we create plans based on our bite-sized version of our goal. So we got to fix the vision. Fix it. Align yourself to the smaller one so that you know, okay, I'm going to be working on this smaller version that's still getting me closer to the life that I want. And it's helping you also grasp the idea of having a goal closer to you and something that you can actually achieve. We're being realistic. We're being realistic in the environment that we have right now. because you can't jump from being a Starbucks worker to owning a multi-million-dollar business. You can't jump from one to the other. You have to start small and work your way up there. So think about it. In the next 6 months, what do you want to succeed in? What do you want to be successful at? If you look back in your life in January and you look at this in the last 6 months that you've had, what would you have wanted to succeed in? What would you have wanted to have? And so how can you help yourself achieve that goal? So we also talk about the champion's mindset. The champion's mindset is just being number one. Being number one in achieving. Because the champions only think about the prize. They don't think about anything else but the vision that they have of accomplishing it, accomplishing their goal. And so the champion mindset is that they're going to do whatever it takes to get to what they want. And that's what you need to have. You need to have the vision, and you need to have that mindset of, I'm going to go after this thing, and I'm going to do everything possible that I can to accomplish what I need to accomplish, to get to what I want to have. You need to have that. You need to implement that in your mind and think, who is the GOAT to you? The greatest of all time. For me, that's Taylor Swift, okay? Taylor Swift is the GOAT to me, the greatest of all time, because this woman is such a businesswoman. This woman is a champion in her own music industry, and she's freaking killing it. So I put myself in her shoes and think, if she were wanting to accomplish the same goal that I wanted to accomplish, if she wanted to become a business owner, which technically she is, if she wanted to become a business owner, what would she do on a daily basis? What decisions would she be making? Would she choose to not film and upload and become monetized, or would she want to be scrolling on her phone on Instagram and wasting her time? Like, what would Taylor Swift do, right? For you, who is the GOAT of all time for you? Who is the GOAT for you? Who is the greatest of all time? What decisions are they making, right? We got to pick our role models here. What are they doing, and what decisions are they making, and how can you act just like them so that you can be the GOAT of your life? The bad habits have got to go, okay? When you make the same actions, guess what? You get the same result. You make different actions, guess what? You get different results, okay? It's not hard science. It's not a complicated formula to grasp. However, it's such a difficult thing to implement, because everything inside of you wants to do the bad thing. It wants to just lay down and relax and scroll on Instagram. And it's nothing against you. You know, you're not the bad person here, because the thing is that the internet, our phone addiction, has granted us immediate gratification, and that is what your brain is searching for. It's searching for that immediate gratification. We are working on our goals. We're not receiving that immediate gratification. In fact, the gratification doesn't even come until like after a month, when you've been consistently showing up for yourself every single day and you're actually making progress. That is when you see gratification, when you see the progress and you see yourself going up, or you're watching the weight go down, or you're watching the debt be paid off. That is when you start seeing the gratification of your hard work. So it's obvious that you don't want to change your behavior, because why would you? There's no benefit anywhere of putting your phone down and actually doing the hard work. There's no benefit to that. But the one thing that I do want to say is that procrastination can beat even the toughest person. You need to learn how to become mentally strong and tell yourself, I can turn the phone off. You need to be physically strong to get your butt up and go do that thing that you need to do. Make that actionable step to achieve your goal. How do you do this, right? How do you become mentally strong so you can beat your bad habits? How do you become physically strong? And I'm not talking about like lifting weights or anything. I'm literally talking about getting off your butt once you sat down and going and working on your business, going and working on that book that you've been wanting to write, going and getting a second job so you could pay off your debt. I'm talking about that. How do you become mentally strong? How do you become physically strong? You start by mental little games. You start by mental little games. And this is the practice that I have myself do every single day, because this is practicing discipline. This is practicing commitment and consistency. But more than anything, discipline. So the mental little games will be, for example, getting home and maybe washing the dishes. That's a game that you can play with yourself. It's so small, and it's like, washing the dishes does not require an immense amount of work. It requires energy that you may not have at the end of the day, but it doesn't require like heavy lifting. It doesn't require you to do any like mental stimulation. Like, you don't have to do freaking rocket science here. It's literally washing the dishes, and you can watch a podcast on the side of on your phone or something. Like, it doesn't require hard focus. However, being able to just tell yourself, and I'm not gonna sit down just yet, I'm gonna go wash those dishes first before I sit down, that is when you start training your brain to be mentally strong, because you're choosing to do the hard thing first before you get to have your reward. Because that is what happens when you are working on your goal, that you have to train your brain that first we have to do the hard work before we can even see any results, before we can even see any gratification, before we can live in the reward of our hard labor. Because in the grand scheme of things, it happens at the same thing happens for both, whether it's something at a small scale of like washing your dishes before you get to sit down, versus I'm gonna go work out and I'm not going to receive results until I work out every single day, and by the end of the month I weigh myself and I've lost 5 pounds. Okay, it's the same exact thing. However, this side of the goal of waiting until a month before you see a reward takes so much more longer, so much more discipline, and so much more patience. While this is like very, very small, maybe like a 20-minute thing before you even see any reward, right? So you start by those mental games. Think of those small little things that you don't want to do, but you go do it instead. And then you give yourself the reward. You just prolong the gratification. You prolong you getting that instant reward. Prolong it. Because the more that you practice that, the easier it will get when it comes to the bigger things of, I need to not go out and drink coffee every single day. I need to put that money towards my savings account. And you do that consistently every single day for 1 month. And then by the end of the month, you see, wow, I've actually saved almost $100-$200 at the end of the month because I didn't go out and get coffee. Obviously, we all know coffee is not the problem. But what I mean is that the bigger goal, the goal that you're actually after, and the reason why you can't commit to it is because you're seeking the same exact immediate gratification that you would if you were to do like washing your dishes and then going and sitting down. You think it's gonna happen like in 20 minutes, that once you're done, like, oh yeah, like I get to have this immediate reward of going on my phone and laying down and being a lazy butt for the rest of the day, when in reality that's not the case. When it comes to our bigger goals, when it comes to working on the 6-month goal, the reward won't come after a month, because it happened to me where it's like, okay, I'm uploading, but I didn't see actual momentum until after a month. And now I'm seeing more and more momentum of all the hard work that I've put in the last 3 months. And so I can only imagine if I put 3 more months worth of work, how far I'd go. So that's where I'm getting at with you guys. The bad habits have got to go. And you start by doing those mental little games with yourself. If it's so hard for you to get up off of your butt, just tell yourself, like, I'm just gonna get up for 5, 10, 15 minutes and I'm just gonna pick up my area, and then I get to sit down again. Start small if you need to. You don't have to push yourself that hard. But the more that you practice that every single day, and the more you practice that throughout the week, throughout the day, the easier it's gonna get, and the longer you're gonna be able to do it. Instead of 5 to 10 minutes for the first week, by the following week you'll be doing 15 to 20 minutes, and then the week after that it'll be 20 to 30 minutes, and then the week after that you'll be doing it for 30 to an hour, and then you'll build up to an hour of, oh yeah, I could do hard work, I can start going to the gym. And you build up that way, so that when you get to actually committing to the hard work, which you already are, those small little things, that's already you starting to commit to something. and then you can start rewarding yourself for those small things that you're doing, because it's so hard to go from 0 to 100. Trust me, because when I tell you guys, I was the queen of, I'm gonna change my habits and I'm gonna change my mindset and I'm gonna be skinny by the end of the summer, and then I'm still acting the exact same. I'm still eating the same way. I'm still doing everything the same, and nothing changed in my life. And it became so daunting on myself of like, ugh, I'm gonna embarrass myself because I've told everybody that I'm gonna go to the gym, and then it turns out that I'm right back where I started. It's so embarrassing. So start with the small stuff, the small mental games that you have to do every single day. Start there. The last thing, your action plan requires action. Stop getting stuck at the planning stage. One thing that I see a lot with my followers and a lot in my comments is I see a lot of you guys creating plans, and that's wonderful. Okay, I love that for you, that you are creating a plan for your goal. Okay, I'm so happy you even have a goal. However, your action plan requires action. Your planning stage should not take more than a day to plan. It shouldn't take a week for you to finally even get to taking an action. You should be taking action almost immediately. Once you have a goal and you have a plan, take action immediately. Why are you waiting until the following week? Why are you waiting until Monday? Why are you waiting until the start of a new month? Why are you waiting? There's no reason to wait. Nothing magical is going to happen between now and Monday. The only thing that could possibly happen is you're just going to forget about the plan. Take action immediately. When I started my journey of YouTube, I think it was just like a random December. I think it was like December 14th when I started to become committed to my YouTube channel. It wasn't the beginning of the month. It wasn't the beginning of the year. I just decided one day that I was gonna accomplish my goals. I just decided one day that I was just gonna be committed to my goal of becoming a YouTuber. Just a random Tuesday. It wasn't anything special. There was no special day around it. It was just randomly, I just woke up and I was like, I'm gonna take this serious. And guess what? I've been serious for the last 6 months. So, but this channel's new. It's only been up for 4 months. I had a different channel and I had to let that go, and then I started this channel. So that's why when I mean, like, I didn't get stuck at the planning stage or whatever. This was a brand new channel because the last channel just wasn't working out. So I started this one. Anyways, stop getting stuck at the planning stage. Stop getting stuck at, I need to buy the prettiest journals and the prettiest stickers and the prettiest planners and do a digital declutter and all this stuff. Like, stop. Just stop, okay? You start by having your vision, changing that mindset and letting go of all that bad habits, and having one actionable step that's going to create the most impact. Again, for me, my goal is to become monetized. My one actionable step that I could take in order to become monetized is I just need to upload. Yes, there's a sequence that follows in order for me to even getting to film in a video, but the ultimate actionable step is that I just need to upload a video, and I upload every other day. But there's a sequence that obviously follows. You know, I have to script my videos, which I do. I have to film these videos, then I need to edit, and then I can get to uploading. But that's the sequence that follows for me to accomplish that one actionable step. However, the actionable step is the one that's going to create the most impact, which is me uploading, because if I'm not uploading, no one's watching. Therefore, I'm not getting any watch hours. So I have to create videos, and I have to upload my videos so that I can make the most impact on my goal. Just one actionable step. I'm not asking you to do a 5,000 step routine in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Just create one goal. Just create one action and one goal. The goal is, I want to lose 10 pounds. Create one action. What's the one action that you need to lose 10 pounds? Whether it's, I just need to eat less. Great. I need to go to the gym more often. Great. What's the one actionable step? And just like that, like going to the gym, there's a sequence that follows that you need to change into your workout clothes. You need to grab your keys, your water bottle. You need to drive to the gym, you need to stretch, and then you can get to working out. And once you're accomplished, you know, you've accomplished for the day. There's a sequence that follows for you to accomplish that one actionable step. But the one actionable step that makes the most impact is you exercising or you eating less. What's the one actionable step that's going to create the most impact? You don't need to have a week to plan. You just create one actionable step and then you go do it immediately. You take immediate action. You don't need to wait until Monday. You don't need to wait until a special day. You don't need to wait until January 1st. You don't need to wait until the end of summer or August 1st. It doesn't matter. Just go out and just take action, because that is how you're going to create momentum. That is how you're going to create the life that you want, is by actually taking action. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm @Silva. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys again on the next time. Bye. Mwah.